What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 86 of the Hive Mind podcast. The last one of these we did was in March, early March. And I think the
Yeah,
last one before then was like 6 months prior. So we went from doing this shit every week to like never.
it's like quarterly or
Dude, didn't we make it?
biannually.
Wasn't it like? Didn't we go over a year? Because I know that was like something I wanted to do. It's like I wanted to be consistent and not miss one for like over a year.
Right. You did
Yeah.
you did miss one. You didn't we didn't do one for like over a year.
No,
Yeah.
no. I'm saying like we did one consecutive, or I guess that wasn't with you the whole time, but I think there was a time where I did 52 consecutively or something.
No, I think we did do it almost a year
Yeah,
actually.
I think didn't we have Asmongold on for? I'd have to look this up.
Yeah, Asmongold, we
I
had
think Asmongold
Fever.
was the 1 year. Dude, that was a sick podcast. The one with Asmongold was fucking amazing. Yeah,
I
Hive
think we
Mind
did
52 with the
didn't we do
Asmongold.
him twice?
No, we only did Asmongold once.
Okay.
Dude,
He
talk
went
about blowing up though, for real. Like
the
he was
podcast or
no
Asmongold?
Asmongold. Like I mean,
Oh,
he
okay.
was popular when he went on our podcast, but now he's like a whole new level of popular.
He went like freaking nuts for a minute though. He
What?
like stopped streaming. He like yeah, man, he had like a moment. He had to like take a time out. Like a training time out, dude. He like yeah, he like stopped streaming. I mean, I don't follow him that close, but like he was like posting like that he quit WoW and like Tally was giving him a bunch of shit and like I don't know.
Tally?
Yeah, he was
Dude.
he's seen his girlfriend though, right? Or that chick he was dating from Texas or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Good for him. Good for him.
True love.
I guess. But he's got like he had like a shit ton of subs now that like classic beta is a thing. Like I guess he's that's kind of giving him a resurgence, I
Yeah.
guess.
No, dude, I don't think he never. Dude, you realize that there's an entire industry of people that post his fucking stream highlights. Like,
Yeah.
I know what these people like. These people are making real fucking money posting Asmongold reacting to shit on YouTube. But
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Asmongold. I think he deserves like all of it, really. Just because he embodies the fucking neckbeard like gamer, and like I think it's so annoying when you have like the gamer influencer people that, and this is not like a fucking like dig at people who live in California, but they're like living this fucking Backstreet Boy lifestyle, and it's like you're not a fucking like, come on, like you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where it's like they're like going tanning and shit. It's like, dude, what? Whereas Asmongold is literally like there are piles of garbage, mold growing, and he has all this success and is making a killing, and it's still the same. Like, that's beautiful. It's still gross.
I just you wonder about that though. You know what I mean? Like if you made like 100 G's a year for nothing, you know what I mean? Like, well, quote unquote for nothing. You know what I mean? Like you'd think you'd have like I don't know, a nice place, you know what I mean? You'd have
Dude,
like
I
some
think it's part of the charm, dude. I like that Asmongold's lair is still a thing. Like, I remember watching that video when it came out back in like Wrath, that before he even was like a YouTuber, like officially on his like old channel. It's a fucking great video where he does a tour of his room.
yeah, I've
It's
seen
just
that.
disgusting.
I speaking of WoW, dude, I quit.
Yeah, I haven't played in fucking since the start of the new expansion.
I graduated. I got my MBA in like early May, and I was raiding. I was mythic raiding at the time, and
Uh-huh.
I was like, man, I can't, because that was 2 nights a week of school, and then 2 nights a week of raiding. So like, I was just fucking beat, and I was like, I can't do this raid shit. I was like, I'm just gonna quit until school's over, and then like, I get it. Cause like I didn't get it before. Like you know how people quit and then they like go back and they're like, this game, what the fuck is there to do in this game? Like, what am I doing with my life? And then they quit again immediately. Like I didn't understand that. I was like, cause I played the game consistently all the way since I started, which was like Wrath, whatever. And so I didn't get it. I was like, man, the game's fine. You log in, you do your stuff, whatever. But like after I quit for like a month and my sub ran out, or a month and a half, I like logged back in and I was like, what am I doing? Like, there's nothing to do. This is not fun. Like, and I like logged out and I haven't logged back in since. I think I'm done, man. I don't know.
Yeah, oh, yeah. The game just doesn't have the pull on me that it used to. Um, I had a lot of fun at the start just because I was playing a spec that no one else played in PvP and fucking owning with it. And that was just a fun like experimentation. Like it was like the game was wide open again in terms of like creativity and like doing shit that no one else had ever done. But that wore off, and then the game became formulaic again. And like that's the thing with WoW is that it's so figured out and it's so formulaic that you don't really have a chance to get super creative with it a lot of the times anymore.
Right? Are you still crowfalling?
Not right now. I'm sort of taking a little bit of a break. Waiting for the next patch cycle before I get back into it pretty hard. But yeah, dude, I'm really excited.
Okay. All right. I'm I've become a console noob in my old life, I guess, my old age. And I realized because I was excited for Borderlands 3, right? Because that's in September.
Yeah.
And then I realized like I really like the Borderlands games, but I never actually like played them that much. And now so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go all the way back to the beginning when they came out with the 4K stuff. I'm
Uh
gonna go all the way back to the beginning, play one, play pre-sequel, play two, play Tales from the Borderlands, and then like play them all the way through. So I'm on the last boss fight of pre-sequel, but the problem is that I don't do any of the side quests. So like the last boss of the game is like 4 or 5 levels above me, and it's just shitting on me.
yeah.
So now I have to go waste time. But like, do you ever get into the Borderlands games?
No, dude, I have like a fucking mental illness with single player games. I just can't do them anymore. Like unless it's a really good story, I have a hard time playing single player games. Like,
Really?
like I have The Witcher 3 and I haven't put hardly any time into it. I think I've played like 10 hours or 12 hours or something. And I know it's a good game and I know it's good, but I just can't do it. Like I don't know. I just like I'm a multiplayer guy, I guess. I don't know.
I guess I'm like the exact. I could just PvP. I want nothing to do with it unless it's like card game PvP, which is like Eternal, which I'm still playing a lot of, which is fantastic. You know what I realized the other day? You know, like Doctor Disrespect got a bunch of shit because he posted that tweet that was like, "Mobile gamers aren't real gamers."
Well, that and he's like fucking Dr. PissRespect now, like streaming in fucking bathrooms and shit.
Yeah, I already got in a lot of trouble for that.
Yeah, it's fucking super illegal. I doubt he did it like he probably just wasn't thinking. Like there's so many people that think he was like insidious about it. Like, dude, I think he just wasn't thinking. Like he was just in streamer mode and he's used to streaming his whole life and like why not stream going to the fucking bathroom? Like some people think he like did it on maliciously or some shit.
I guess. I mean,
But he definitely should be banned at least for some period. Like you can't fucking do that. It's like literally illegal.
right? Did he have somebody film him, or like, did I saw it was
Yeah,
like it was like a corner angle in the bathroom?
I from what I understand, he had like a whole fucking he had like a crew essentially following him around at E3. And of all the conventions to do it at, like E3 is like sort of the professional one. Like
Right.
like it might not be the biggest anymore, but it's like the business savvy like fucking la di da one that's really kind of overrated.
I I was really excited for E3, and like there were some good games, but like I don't know, dude. I guess is showing off a game now showing off like a 30-second like cinematic trailer and that's it? Because that's all that was at E3 was just like with a few exceptions, just it's like a movie trailer or a cinematic trailer, and then they're like, "There's our new game." It's like what? Like what? Just show it off when you have something to show or talk about. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not super fucking excited for any game on the immediate horizon. I mean, the new Halo coming to PC, I guess, but even that, I mean, that's fucking far away. That's like, I
not
think they said,
Cyberpunk. You not excited for Cyberpunk?
again, my fucking single player autism kicks in.
I guess.
But I might, I don't know, man. Maybe.
I guess. I mean, Ashes of Creation still a thing, right?
I haven't kept up with any of that. I kind of put Ashes of Creation in the Star Citizen boat
Oh, really?
a long time ago.
Has Star Citizen released yet?
No,
It's still in like
it's still
alpha.
it's still in the like people give Crowfall shit, but at least Crowfall has like you can see the progress and like you can see it actually coming along. Like the game is there. It's just like oh they're missing these things and they're working on those things.
I guess, but like Crowfall was supposed to soft launch in like December of last year, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, but they got more money and added some things.
Like character creation or something.
Yeah, like they did more character creation stuff. They added more. Basically, there's just more classes, like class archetypes you can build essentially. Like, and what else did they do? I mean, yeah, it did legitimately get delayed, but one of the big reasons it got delayed was because they just added a bunch of new shit too. But
Yeah.
I think that one will actually be close to finishing up. I don't want to say it's gonna like I think they might soft launch it towards the end of the year, because there's really not much left for them to make. I mean, they're missing a few key things, but that are kind of that drive the gameplay, I guess. That suck right now if they're not in. Like for example, inventory is a fucking nightmare, and they're just waiting for like the tech to get built to give people more inventory space. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it.
That's cool.
They just updated the they basically optimized the fuck out of the game, so it runs like way fucking better than it used to. So yeah, it'll be interesting because I know a big that was a big thing that they were working on, like in the background, that sort of slowed them down on everything else. So they're in like a weird spot where the game there's not a ton to do new in the game because the same feature set has been out for a while, but the game runs well. But nobody wants to play a game that runs well. There's so like they're kind of in a limbo right now until they get the next patch out, so people can actually enjoy the performance.
Right. So if you're not really into games,
I've been playing
time,
Splitgate. This game called Splitgate.
the fuck is a Splitgate?
It's basically Halo and Portal combined. I'll link you. I just put out a montage like a few hours ago.
I've seen you like tweet about it, but
Dude, it's actually sick. Like the only issue that game has is that the skill cap is so high that it scares people. Like it scares people away. But I'm fucking owning at it. Let me link you this. But basically, I'm assuming you know how Portal works, right? Like Portal 1 and 2, like those mechanics.
yeah, you put a portal and you drop through it.
Yeah. It's that and Halo literally combined. And how do I bring up this? There it is.
I saw that your lady was like some chicks are worried about their man like cheating on them. Here's mine, and she posted some shit about
Yeah,
you.
I hit rank 3 in TDM. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a pretty sick game. I highly recommend that you guys listening check it out. It's fucking free, and if you like Halo, you'll probably definitely like it. Just learning curve is a little bit more than most FPS games. It got a bad rap because some of the Twitch streamers tried to play it, like Dr. Disrespect and Shroud, and they kind of got fucked up by the Halo guys. Because like if you have Halo experience, you will do well in this game. The Portal shit's brand new, but the Halo stuff is very Halo.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah.
how's the new weld gig?
It's
The robots.
It's pretty cool. Definitely learning a lot. It's definitely interesting seeing how the sausage is made, I guess. I don't know. It's interesting for sure. Did you see the Did you see the thing? Did you see the thing I posted on Reddit?
Yeah,
I have one of the top weld things on the subreddit now for welding of all time.
was it your thing about being straight or something?
Yeah, yeah. The
Straight piece or something?
No, I'll link it to you. I can't even remember the way I worded it. The shop I work at is celebrating LGBT pride by not making a single straight part all month.
Oh, right.
Yeah, here's the post.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was pretty fucking crooked.
Dude, man, it's amazing how fucking much stuff is bent and fucked up and cut wrong. And I have very little experience, so it's kind of like in the fabrication part of this. Like I've done a good bit of welding, but the fabrication part I'm pretty new to, and it's really just thrown to the wolves, especially when shit's not right. So yeah, it's been real interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, we all of our sheet metal shops like fuck things up from time to time too. Like
Yeah,
just really dumb shit that you wouldn't think of. But like, I mean, why do you even need like so the robot does most of the actual welding, right? Like why do you I guess why do you need to be a certified welder to run one?
because there are welds that the
They
robot
can't
can't
get
make, and also you're basically an inspector too. You have to, like, a welder knows what a good weld looks like,
yeah,
whereas somebody else doesn't.
you're
And you
right.
sort of know what to look for. And that's a lot of it, right? These parts that they can be pretty complicated and pretty like weird. And I don't know. It definitely helps to have that background, and I'm learning that a lot as I go along.
I gotcha. The money good though?
It's okay. It's not the greatest considering I just started, but the economy is obviously good. So there's a lot of people hiring, which is good.
Yeah,
But
we're hiring out the ass.
I actually took this job as a pay cut compared to another one I could have gotten, but this one's robotics, and I wanted to get the robotics experience because that is I think going to be good. So even though I'm making a little bit less money at this place, I'm right on the robots. And typically with the way a lot of these places hire, if they do robotic welding, you sort of have to work your way into it. They don't want to like spend a bunch of money training some guy that's just going to wash out on them, right? So the fact that I could start off fucking day one on it is, I think, a pretty good move.
Right. Yeah, we're hiring too. I actually gave my notice at work that I was leaving, and not 2 weeks. Actually, it was more like a year. But it was because my job, right? Like I'm pretty key at the place that I work, and if I just gave them 2 weeks, they'd be fucked. So I pretty much said like, hey, just FYI, like after the holiday, I'm finding a a new gig, moving back to Florida. We went to Florida on vacation for like 2 weeks to check it out,
Yeah,
dude. So we rented a car, right? You know what a love bug is?
like Volkswagen.
No, a love no. It's this little
Uh,
black bug in Florida that migrated from Texas along the Gulf Coast and isn't really a problem in most of the states,
yeah.
um, but is a problem in Florida just because of the climate. If you just Google love bug, you'll see it. It's like a black body with a little red like neck on it,
All right.
and they always fly in pairs, like nut to butt, because they only
Well, yeah,
live.
I Google it. The first thing is these things fucking, or I guess this is them fucking. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. They only live for like 3 days or 4 days, and they just fuck the whole time, and then they lay eggs and die. And but they only pop up twice a year. They pop up in like March and September, and they're up for like 3 or 4 weeks. And they're like there's billions of them, dude. They like live and cut grass. Anyway, and they fly, and they're attracted to carbon monoxide and heat, so they're attracted to roads. So like they used to be really bad, like in the 70s, like you couldn't. So they when they smash on your windshield, they leave like this big white splatter that your windshield wipers have a hard time getting off.
Oh,
And if you just leave it on your paint in
oh,
the
does it
like
fucking
it eats your
eats
paint.
it? Yeah. Oh,
Yes, so they're really bad. So we were driving. I was going to Titusville, which is Cocoa Beach, like sort of Daytona area, and I was taking this long back road in this rental car, and this was like the third week of like love bug season, so a lot of them had been killed, but there's still a lot of them there. But this road was like swamp on both sides, and then just road for like 30 miles, and so we were driving, and all of a sudden, dude, it was like a biblical plague of bugs.
oh my god.
Like it was so black, it was just black. It sounded like it was raining, but it was just me hitting bugs. I hit so many of those fucking things. I had to like Ace Ventura my head out the window because I couldn't see out my windshield anymore. And was like 95-degree weather, right? Like so it's hot as shit. And then all of a sudden, my fucking AC stopped working,
Is it
and I
like
was like,
clogged up with bugs?
dude, I didn't know that the AC condenser was in front of the radiator in a lot of cars. But yeah, like I hit so many bugs that it clogged the AC condenser, and my AC stopped in like 95-degree Florida heat. We got off that road, and I like got out of the car, and I went around to the front of it. You couldn't even read like the license plate,
Oh
and
my
like that
god.
it was just black, and it was
Did you have to like open up the hood and like clear out all the fucking bugs?
no. So I like there was an Enterprise like rent a car like right down the road.
Oh, so you just
So
like
so
somebody
I
else's
pulled
problem?
over, I pulled over. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna need a new car." And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this one's fucked
This
up. I
one's
don't know.
broke.
The
I don't know what
AC,
happened.
AC doesn't work." And they're like, "Let's try to pressure wash it." So they took like the car sprayer thing and pressure washed it in the AC. I've never seen that, dude. I've never hit so many fucking bugs that my AC broke. Yeah,
Yeah,
but that was on my Florida trip.
there's an enterprise up at Harvey's. They rent space out from us, and they say they find like all kinds of like drugs and shit where people turn their cars back in. I guess people use those rent a cars to like smuggle drugs and like
Sure.
yeah. And I guess they just forget that they have them in there or something. I don't know.
Speaking of Chevrolet, have you seen that new 2020 Vet?
No.
That shit
Uh,
looks like a Ferrari. Like look at 2020 Corvette because
did
it's
they actually do midget? Oh, they actually did it. They actually
yeah,
did the mid engine. They've been fucking saying they were going to for a while.
yeah. Look at that thing, dude. That thing looks fucking nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I can't get a Corvette. I just know I won't fit in it. So there's like no like it's cool, but it's like never gonna happen. Doesn't matter how much money I make.
just get
I'll never fit in it.
the drop top version. Just stick your fucking big gazelle giraffe head out the fucking roof.
No, it's the leg room.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Do
But
you see my Instagram? That hotel I went to where I was posting all those cars and I was like rented this for the weekend. Or
yeah, I
whatever.
did see that.
All my freaking dumbass family was like, "Did you really get those?" And it's like, "No, you idiots."
What does it cost to rent those? Like a few $100 a day? Like $200 a day, something like that.
I think it's more than that. I think it's like five to six. It's
Uh,
not cheap because I mean, like they know what you're gonna do when you rent one of those
yeah.
fucking cars. I mean, like you're just gonna like beat the shit out of it. So yeah. So I think I told you too, like on the last podcast, like I had like my anxiety was getting pretty bad.
Yeah.
So when we went down to Florida, we went to like Disney World, and I was like fighting with the idea of going on meds anyway, because but I hate meds, so I don't never wanted to go on them. So we go on down to Disney World, and I'm on like the fucking Pirates ride, which is like the stupidest shit ever. And like my body is like, just get me the fuck off this thing, dude. I'm like freaking out at this like Pirates thing. And like my kid's like, woo, and she's like 3, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I'm fucked up. My brain is just fucked up, dude. Like so when I got back, I went on these anxiety meds. And like, have you ever been on any kind of like mind altering med?
Not. No, I don't think so. Not like specifically for the case of mind altering.
So
Not like any sort of anxiety, like specific thing. If that makes sense.
it's really weird, man. Like I was worried like what it was gonna do to me, right? And so I was like kind of nervous to go on it. And there are some really weird side effects, but you know what it's like? It's like, you know how like you'll be like thinking about something or doing something and there's like thoughts in the back of your head kind of running through all the time.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what my anxiety was like, except the thoughts in the back of my head were things like death or like get me the fuck out of here, right? So it obviously like would impede what I was doing, but now like when I started taking the meds, it's really weird. Like if I focus on something and like try to do something, like I can do it and I can pay attention to it. But like if I'm not focusing on some shit, my brain just like completely lets go of whatever it was. So it's like it's really weird, man. It's like I have one thought all the time. That's pretty much all I got. And then if I like waver off somewhere else, like it's just gone. But like all those like thoughts in the back just don't run anymore, man. It's weird. It's weird what that shit does to your brain.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I guess it's working. I don't know.
I guess. For how long you been doing it?
Like 4 weeks.
Yeah, so you're at the like the good phase right now though.
Yeah.
It's when you're like a few years in and you're like dependent on the shit and like it doesn't do what it used to anymore.
Yeah, well now I gave myself a year. I was like, I'll take this shit for 6 months to a year and then I'm not taking it anymore. But
Bro,
yeah, man.
that's literally like what drug addicts say.
Yeah, right. Well,
I mean,
it's either that or
I
feel like I'm gonna die on a children's ride. So I guess
I don't like roller coasters either. Fuck that shit.
It's not a roller coaster, dude. It's a boat. It's a fucking boat that goes like 3 miles an hour.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of Disney World or any of that kind of shit, so I'd probably be a little anxious in those places too.
Yes, man. I guess. I don't know. But I guess since the Lad podcast, man, you were kind of on the outs with your woman, but it looks like you've sort of rectified that situation.
Yeah, she convinced me. Otherwise, um,
Yeah,
yeah, she's a sweetheart. I don't know.
that's good. She what is she doing now? She like moved to North
She
Carolina or
got
something.
another job, in North Carolina, so she'll
That's
be a little closer.
that's good. Good for you. You guys do like the Snapchat thing all the time?
She sends me shit. She went out with her friends last night, so she was like drunk texting me and like sending me fucking weird shit. So yeah, no, she'll send me stuff occasionally.
That's good. Cool. I don't
So
know, man. It's I'm ready. I'm just ready for the are you ready for the Democratic debates to begin?
dude, I'll be honest, I sort of like haven't kept up. Like, is it still a shit show? Is there still like a million candidates?
Oh yeah, dude. Look at like the list or like the roster for the first Democratic debate. Look how many fucking candidates. Democratic debate lineup. Listen to this shit. They have to do 2 nights because there's so many of them. Night one is Cory Booker, Castro, De Blasio, Delaney, some chick I never heard of, some dude, some chick, Beto O'Rourke, Tim Ryan, and Elizabeth Warren.
Dude,
And then night two is Biden, Pete Buttigieg, whatever that guy's name. What is his? That's this dude's name. It's like Butt. Is it Buttigieg?
is it Buttigieg? Maybe.
Buttigieg? Man, I don't know.
I
But
think I've heard that name. Yeah.
you can't run against Trump with your last name starts with Butt because he's gonna fucking annihilate you.
Dude, I just remember like when Elizabeth Warren was like a meme and like she's actually like gonna be like a serious candidate.
Yeah,
Like, dude, the
Kamala.
Pocahontas thing is fucking hilarious. Like, that's like top tier political banner. That shit is fucking funny.
Dude, he's like Trump. He's. I think he's gone into the status now where he just does not give a fuck anymore. He just says whatever he wants.
Like, when has it not been like that though?
I
Like,
know, but now it's just like really crazy.
no,
Like, he
no,
just does not give a shit.
dude. What? No, what's crazier is it. So they say that first term presidents suck because they have to be like conservative. Like they have to be like a little bit more passive than they would be normally. Like they can't be as aggressive because they want to win a second term, right? And that goes for all parties, conservative,
Yeah, I
liberal,
got it.
whatever. Trump will be even crazier when he wins again. Like after he's already got second term in the bag, like he might just start doing some crazy, like legitimately insane shit.
I guess.
Because
Dude.
like at that point, really, what does he have to lose? Like fuck it, he's already won the second term.
I mean, he beat like a federal inquiry. I mean, like the Mueller thing. He beat that. He beats everything. Like he doesn't care anymore.
I know.
I think though, because of the Mueller thing, didn't they say like you can't actually charge a sitting president with a crime? I think that was as far as I mean, I know that sounds extreme, but I'm pretty sure that's as far as it went.
I
Like
don't
they
know.
said that like they couldn't indict a sitting president, which is just ridiculous to me. Like what if he just shot somebody? Like they'd have to figure out a way to indict him then, right? Or impeach him, I guess. But
Yeah,
I guess I don't know, dude.
that whole thing was hilarious. Like they built up this whole fucking thing with the Mueller report, and it was nothing. Like, amazing, amazing.
Yeah, and then Mueller's like, I don't want any more part of this shit. He's like, you read it in the report, I'm out. Don't summon me anymore to Congress. Then the crazy shit, dude, is like all the Congress is trying to like subpoena all these like Trump people, and Trump's like, yeah, you don't worry about that. You don't have to go. Did you hear about that? Trump's
No.
like telling all these people that are getting subpoenaed from Congress to like not do what Congress is asking, and Congress does not know what to do with it.
That's fucking hilarious.
You don't know about that? Like
No, but it sounds like some shit he'd do. He's
yeah, like they would like
I don't think so.
they were like, hey, we're gonna need you to come testify before Congress, and Trump's like, no, don't do that. And so they're just not showing up. And so Congress I think just voted like a day or two ago to like start trying to hold these people in contempt. But like, yeah, dude, like Trump's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. They're like, hey, give us your tax returns, and Trump's like, fuck off, you're not getting them.
Yeah. No, I think the thing with the tax returns is that I don't think he's got anything criminal. It's just that if he does give up his tax returns, people will find out that he's not as rich as he has claimed. Like, he's still fucking rich, but he's probably not, whatever he said, $4 billion rich. And I think he just doesn't want that to come out. Because from what I understand with Trump, he inflates his net worth with the value of his brand. So, like, he'll be like, the Trump brand is worth fucking $2 billion or whatever. When it's, no, not really. Like, so I think that's the main reason he doesn't want his tax returns out.
I guess, yeah, probably. I don't know, dude. Like, no one's gonna beat him anyway in 2020.
No, nobody's gonna beat him.
I've resigned myself to that already.
You don't want to get roasted again on the subreddit?
No, I don't even care about that. That's fine. It's just one of those things where it's like, I don't even want to try anymore.
Is Biden like a fucking, like, all I ever hear about Biden is him, like, feeling up little girls. Like, is he, like, a serious candidate like he should have been? Or is he sort of, like...
I think so.
Okay, I didn't know if he was, like, the front runner? Or, like, who's the front runner? Like, I don't even know anymore.
I think it's Biden, but it's like Biden and Sanders.
God, there's so fucking many, and they're all pretty different. They're just gonna split the vote. Like, it's so stupid. What a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Like, they're fucked. Like, they're so fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like
Bernie's gonna get all the young people. Biden's gonna get the older people, and Elizabeth Warren's probably gonna get the she has a pussy people. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't even know anymore. I don't even want to follow this shit. I mean, like the crazy shit with the Alabama and like abortion things. Like, have you been following that too?
I heard about it. They outlawed it, right?
Yeah, basically. So like the whole thing is like, now that there's a conservative majority in the Supreme Court, they're trying to make these outrageous laws that are going to get challenged and pushed to the Supreme Court in hopes that Roe versus Wade gets overturned.
Wow.
Like that's the thing. Like, they're going for the big Marlin with these fucking crazy laws. But yeah, man, I don't know, dude. It's just like, it's a weird time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hang out in Canada for a while if it wasn't
Alabama
fucking cold as shit.
Fucking yeah, they're pretty crazy. I know the University of Alabama. They one of their biggest donators denounced them that abortion ban. They were like, they were like, fuck that bullshit.
They gave him $21 million back.
Yeah, they gave, dude. That's, you know, even though I'm on the other, like, even though I'm against that fucking outlawing the abortion, not for the reasons you think it would be, but damn, that's pretty gangster on the University of Alabama. Like, that's like fuck you money, dude. Like, take your 21 million back. Like, damn.
That's a lot of money.
You got it. That's honestly fucking honorable. Like, really. To stand by your principles, like, even though I disagree with that, right? That's pretty fucking honorable still.
I guess. What do you want me to be against for $21 million? I'll be against it. I'll be against it.
Or I'll be for it, or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
I'll get an abortion for $21 million.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, now that my second kid's almost here, like end of July.
Dude, talk about fucking Prophet Zybak. You're like, back whatever when we started this podcast. Yeah, I think I'm only gonna have one kid. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I guess I'm not gonna have more than two though. I'm already contemplating the
Is it your choice?
The ZybakTV. No.
I guess that could make it your choice.
Yeah, no, yeah, it is my, probably. I don't know if she'd want. I don't know where she stands on the more spawn thing, but yeah, I'm done. That's way enough. My kid's an a-hole now, 3.5, just all kinds of attitude and shit. And then she had never seen the movie Frozen.
Oh God.
And I was at Best Buy one day, and I was like, I mean, I got a 3-year-old girl. I was like, she probably shouldn't miss out on this movie. Maybe I'll buy it. Like, there's no way she'll be crazy about it. Like, that's just a bunch of bullshit.
Let it go, man.
So I bought that movie. Oh my God, dude! Like, that shit has been on repeat in my house
that is so fucking powerful. Like, who is it? Pixar made that? Dude,
I think
for it to grasp fucking children the way that movie. I haven't seen it, but that's honestly incredible.
It's
because she's past the cultural phenomenon part, right? Like, she wasn't in on the hype Like she wasn't like going to go see it with her friends. Like she's late as fuck to that party, and she's
Right.
still obsessed with it. Like that is a fucking that's some powerful media there.
Yeah, I think it's just because like it's animated well, right? And then like little girls like princesses, and there's like two of them, right? And then
Yeah,
there's a lot of memorable characters in it. You know what she doesn't like though? She doesn't like any of the classic shit. Like Little Mermaid, like Lion King, like she doesn't want all that old fucking janky shit. She wants like the new movies. So,
yeah.
yeah. But I don't know. The second one will be a dude. Hopefully he won't be a little asshole.
Oh, you guys already know.
I mean, it's showing up in like fucking 5 weeks. Yeah.
Oh,
Of
five
course.
weeks. Oh, I thought it was earlier on in the process than that.
No, man, it's almost here. It's almost here.
Jesus.
So, yeah. I'm ready for the whole pregnant thing to be done too. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
can imagine.
Just get back to normal
So did
everyday
your
life.
wife work with your
Kind
kid?
of. She's at work right now actually. She works very little anymore. She works like 1 or 2 weekends a month.
Sounds
What
like a
are
good gig.
1 or 2 days? Yeah. Well, the money's good this year for me, so she can do that until we leave. The money's real good.
What does she do?
She's a nurse,
Oh,
like a mother baby nurse. So she like I don't know, takes care of like wrecked vaginas after the kid comes out,
mm.
and like little crazy little drug addicted babies that come
Oh,
out.
that's fucking sad. Jesus.
Yeah, dude, there's so many of them, man. Like you wouldn't even like I don't know how you could do that to your kid, but yeah, like these kids come out like addicted to like opioids and they like just have like the shivers and stuff. It's really sad, dude.
That's fucking terrible.
And then they name them stupid shit. Like she took care of a kid that was named Awesome.
Oh my god. My what's the fucking my I guess my brother's wife teaches in used to teach in inner city Richmond, and there was a kid named Ladasha, spelled
Yeah, with a
L
dash.
dash A.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty common.
fucking retarded.
Yeah, that's actually not that. I've heard that name like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
I was in the Navy with a girl. Her first name was Princess, and her last name was White, and her middle name was Snow.
That is dumb.
Yep.
Princess Snow White.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, man.
So
I don't
go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know why people do this shit to their kid. Like, don't stick your kid with some stupid ass name. Although, though, I did tell my wife that I wanted to name our son. I want to name him Brock, and I want to make his middle name Lee. And she's like, "You're not doing that." I'm like, "That would be amazing. It would be so good." She's like, "You're not naming her fucking kid Broccoli." And I'm like, "But it'd be funny." She's like, "For you, not for him."
That's not even that good of a joke either. Like it's just a word.
I know, but
Broccoli. Like
it's so stupid that it's funny.
I would
I
be
enjoy
so
it.
upset if I was your kid, because like at least like if you had like at least if it was funny,
That's
right?
that's why it's good.
Like
Because it
so
isn't.
there's a guy that I'm friends with. His name is Corey Cox, and we're like, so you're gonna name your kid Harry Cox? Like I don't know, but
Right. That's too on the nose.
yeah,
Like you gotta have the subtle fucking dad joke name. That's better. That's better.
broccoli.
It's stupid.
So last time we did the podcast, you were playing Anthem. How's that dumpster fire?
Oh my god, dude. I want to play it. That's the thing. Like I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, I haven't played Anthem in a while. But like there's no fucking content. Like I think they've abandoned it. Like like I haven't picked it up in a while. I just was like, fuck it. I think the game's really fun actually, but like the more I hear about the content that they did put up, it's just like, nope, that game is skeleton crew fucking getting ready to be wild starred.
Oh man,
But yeah,
had to
I
bring
mean,
that up.
yeah, sad about that. I want them to launch a pirate server for WildStar. Like I would play it in a heartbeat.
I don't know if I'd play a private
guys?
server, but I wanted, I mean, Crowfall, I'm really looking forward to that, but The whole MMO genre is just fucked right now. Like no big companies. I guess Amazon is the only one right now. Whatever they're working on,
New World.
that's the only actual big budget MMO. Because like Crowfall is like what I would call a double A MMO. It's definitely not like a fucking indie like shit production value MMO, but it's definitely not like Star Wars: The Old Republic either.
Right. I thought about playing the story of that game again.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. There's no. Yeah, man. Like I guess ESO is pretty big now, actually.
yeah. I've
Which
heard that
which
game
is
is
weird.
just sort of like organically grown. Like it's just a solid game. Like it's not the greatest thing ever, but it's pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm just sad there won't ever be another WildStar. Like no one's gonna spend the money and take the risk of making like a cartoon MMO that actually has like skill and fun and
Yeah, it was
you know,
fucking hard, dude. It was a
ev-
hard game.
everything that's gonna come out is like this like realistic looking like Black Desert Online kind of like microtransaction bullshit, and it's just like I think that genre is dead, which is sad because now it's
Well,
all just
I don't know.
battle
I don't know if
battle
it's
royales.
dead forever, but it's definitely sucked for the last little bit. That's the whole
Did
reason
you,
I stopped doing like the Twitch and YouTube thing. Like that's what the reason I stopped doing is because the fucking MMO genre was fucking dead.
what did you hear that did you hear they have some like first person Overwatch game or like one player Overwatch game in development too? I heard something about that.
Yeah, they're. I think it's gonna be an Overwatch expansion. I think that's what it's gonna be, and it's gonna have like story content. That's from what I've heard. That's what it is, and they're gonna like release like 5 new heroes all at once, and there's gonna be a lot of single player content too.
That's cool. I really wanted to play that game more, but like I don't not I started I got back into music and I don't know if you heard the little electronic thing that I made and put on my YouTube channel, but cuz I play guitar and drums and all that shit for a long time and I know you've heard some of that, but I have never made electronic music.
Yeah,
So I got a professional recording thing, the same stuff that a lot of the DJs use, and I got out my old like keyboard. I got some really expensive like Sennheiser headphones, and started making the fat club bangers, like the electronic me. That's all I do with my computer now is
I
make.
mean it must be pretty damn easy to get into considering how many people do it with the electronic music.
Yeah. Did you hear my little thing that I made?
No.
It's I'll link it. It's not the best, but it's the like it's not mixed that well, whatever. But I don't know, man. It's I kind of dig it.
I'm not quite sure what this is.
Just go to like the middle of it. You don't have to like listen to the whole like thing, obviously, but just that's like me with my little shitty computer making like beats. So it's a
Huh?
good time. It's a good time, man. But I'm excited, man. It's a good music year. Tool's finally coming out with their new album that like in August, which is the first time they've had a CD in like 13 years.
A CD. It's the first time anybody's had a CD in 13 years.
That's not true. You know what I mean? Album
I know.
record.
That was an easy joke.
Yeah. So it's a good year for that shit. I've been to a lot of concerts this year. Did you see John Wick?
No.
I don't know what it is with Keanu Reeves, but like he's pulling a Robert Downey Jr. lately. Like he's blowing up again, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Cause like he's like a bit
He,
actor from
yeah,
like
he's never been like a huge star up until just recently.
I don't know,
I mean,
man.
even when the Matrix, maybe I was young when the Matrix was out. Like he wasn't like a fucking huge star ever, was he? Like he was. I mean, he's like an A-list actor, right? But like he was never like a fucking George
Right, it wasn't.
Clooney or whatever.
It, well, I'm not sure that's not
That's
sure
a
that's the
bad
best
example. But
comp.
like he wasn't like a Brad Pitt or like a fucking like holy
Yeah,
shit like a
yeah. It was always like, oh, that's Keanu Reeves, not like, holy shit, it's Keanu Reeves, right?
yeah
And like now, I like those John Wick movies. Like, have you seen any of them?
parts of it
So
yeah.
like the first one, they murder his dog and then he kills everybody. The second one, like they steal his car and then he kills everybody. But like the third one is like really good. Like it's got really good choreographed fighting and like there's actually like a really good story with this whole like underground assassin league thing that goes on in that movie.
Yeah.
Like that's fantastic. And now like with the cyberpunk thing, like people went nuts, dude. When he came out in E3,
Yeah.
like that's the smart like CD Projekt Red too. I don't know how they kill it like they do.
Yeah,
It's like
they're like the fucking ancient Egyptians, man. Like greatness is possible through slave labor and suffering. Like that's just what it
is that what you think
takes.
is that what you think it is?
That's exactly what it is, dude. They just beat the shit out of those fucking slaves, and like you're gonna make The Witcher, and it's gonna be fucking great. That's what
I
they do.
guess.
Have you seen the reviews of like like working there? They're like, yeah, this is my fucking life. I hope you like the game because this is all it is. This is all I am. Like, God forbid the game comes out and
Whatever.
it's not amazing because like there's just gonna be people jumping off bridges.
Whatever. That's fine.
The
Like they
games
make
are
great
good.
the games are really good. Cyberpunk's gonna be really good. Um yeah, okay. Well, I guess I'm all for that, but yeah, I mean they were genius, man. Like with the whole Keanu Reeves being in the game and bringing him out and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm all in on the new Xbox too. That Project Scarlet thing. They said it'll play 8K content.
Project what?
Yeah, the new
A
Xbox.
new fucking like is this like a new generation or is this like a Scorpio fucking Xbox?
No, it's the new generation. It's the new Xbox.
Yeah.
Like it's not a rehash. Like
Yeah.
it's they claim 120 FPS gaming, comma 8K capability. So a lot of people are like, "There's no way it's gonna play 8K at 120
That's-
FPS." Yeah, because nobody fucking said that. So I'm sure it'll be 120 FPS 4K though. They said it's like
Man, I'll have to see it to believe it.
they say it's like 4x faster than Xbox One X
Man, I can't.
in terms of
These
processing.
fucking things can barely do 1080p 60. A lot of the times they can't even do that.
Nah, I don't know, man.
man. I'm not. Like, I'm
Tell you
not a
what,
console hater. I have both of them, but man, they fucking it's a letdown.
the Xbox One X is really good, actually. Like I got rid of my PlayStation after I got one.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
but the jump from 1080p to 4K is fucking huge. Like it's I don't know.
I mean, my computer, I play 4K games on my computer.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
I
your
have to-
computer also is like 5 times the cost of an Xbox.
Yeah, but I mean, the Scarlet thing is going to be a lot more powerful than what my computer is. My computer's not that great. Um, but yeah, I'm just saying, like, I have a very mediocre computer, relatively
I
speaking.
doubt you have a very mediocre computer.
I do.
What do you
I
have?
have a 1080 Ti.
That's what I've got.
Okay. So I mean, like,
I mean,
and a
that's not that
processor
fucking old.
from like 4 years ago.
I think we both built built our shit at the same time.
I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have like the same things. Uh, shit, I had a question, but oh yeah, classic. What do you think about classic WoW?
Fucking thumbs down.
I don't know if I give it a thumbs down. I just give it a. I don't think I'm that into it. Like, I think I think it's kind of neat that like, there's this whole like, revival of like the MMO genre temporarily, but that's the issue is that it's going to be temporary. Like people are like, oh my god, it's classic. Everybody's nice and the community is great, and some of that will remain, but it's also going to be figured out and formulaic. And oh man, I'm curious to see what happens when it actually comes out, like 6 months later, like 6 months after it comes out. If
Right.
if
It'll
it-
have a super dedicated like subset of the player base that'll play it, and everyone else that's like fucked off in it for 20 minutes will have gone on to other things.
Yeah, it's just gonna it's gonna be a really defined meta because the game is solved. That's what I don't like. If it was a new game, if it was a classic WoW remix where it's like it's classic WoW but we're changing some shit, or like it's classic WoW but reimagined or something, with the same like core old school values but just different like bosses, mechanics, class balance, like shit like that, then I'd be fucking all chips in. But the fact that it's all like solved and figured out, it's kind of meh.
Yeah, like people like immediately went back to like some mage one shot bullshit that they did. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what you're talking about is like all the little tips and tricks and all of the little hacks and all that shit is already like well defined.
Yeah, it's
And
well, and also it's like why play the weird off spec if you know for a fact it's gonna be terrible the entire expansion. Like like that's never like in the future it might get buffed because that's was always the thing with like feral druids, right? Is that I played a feral druid for the entirety of World of Warcraft, and Wrath of the Lich King they got good, and I started fucking owning, and no one knew what the fuck to do because they had never seen a feral druid before, and it was like a fucking great little like experience that won't ever happen if you know what the patch cycle is.
yeah, I mean, I think most of the specs now are represented to some degree.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like
in the current
live game.
game, yeah.
Like even survival hunters are a thing. Like they're not a very common thing, but they're a thing. Um,
They shit the bed with feral druids at the start of BFA. I think they honestly like forgot to add a zero, because like the feral druids were literally doing less DPS than guardian druids. It was like retarded. I don't know.
I feel like that like live WoW should. Did you ever do the mage towers?
No, I wasn't playing Legion at that time.
The mage towers was fun content, man. Like I got the mage tower weapon on I think 33 no 34 of 36 specs. And so like to do that, I had to have, 12 geared characters, relatively geared, and I had to like be able to, somewhat competently play all of those, right? Like I feel like they should have single player content that's more like a Mythic Plus style where like it's the mage tower but it has like affixes, you know what I mean, and like you can do the keystone thing where it goes up in difficulty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like a solo player can, because that's the thing, man, like I would play WoW still, but the problem is like I don't want to like have to go try to pug Mythic Plus, right? Because that sucks. I don't want to, if you get in a guild, like you have to be there when everyone else is there, and it's just like I just don't have the. I don't want to have to like accommodate my playing time to other people's playing time.
Yeah. I mean, for like the PvE MMOs, yeah, that's kind of. I don't know. I sort of disagree with a lot of what you said. Like, I think the answer to good MMOs is not solo content.
No, 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 no. That's not what I said. I said I feel like they should have that also. Like
Well, yeah,
where Mythic Plus is 5-man content that gives you gear that's the same quality as raid gear.
that's a really easy thing to say. Like, oh, they should just have more. That's just like
No,
imagine
no,
your
no,
favorite restaurant.
no, 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 no. I'm not saying they should just have more solo content. I'm saying they should have meaningful solo content, which is what they do not have right now. Like world quests are not meaningful solo content. Like the mage towers would be, or like dungeons that you are soloable. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that would be meaningful solo content, and WoW doesn't have that right now. They have
Yeah,
casual solo content.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to do everything though. Like, WoW does a pretty good job with all the features it's got. It's just, I don't know. WoW's interesting because they've like made their game shitty by adding stuff. Like, it's such a weird thing. Like, WoW is like a really interesting. Like, most games fail because there's not things. WoW has taken the shit because they actively added shit. Like, that's so weird. Like the LFR and like cross realm, like all these things they've added have actually deteriorated the game. It's weird.
I guess I don't know anybody that does LFR anymore though. Like,
Why are the rewards not like worth
yeah, I mean,
AFKing for?
yeah, that's the thing. Like, people used to do LFR. Like, high tier raiders used to do LFR because LFR awarded tier gear, and it also awarded tier gear that was a different color, and that still does that. But the problem is that the colors that they pick now for the tier gear in LFR are just like shit brown. Like, it doesn't look good. You know what I mean? It looks like fucking welfare gear.
Well,
And
I mean, it should.
right, well, I mean, that is an argument, but the problem with that is that only fucking shitheads do LFR, so LFR is a shitty experience. But like before, like when the LFR first came around and it was awarding tier gear that looked good, it was just a different color than the other shit. Like all these like high end people would do LFR, and LFR actually went smoothly. It was a fun experience. So I mean that's the problem, is that they've just like de-incentivized shit like that so much that it's only the shitters are in it. You know what I mean?
I never liked it. I thought it was dumb that you just queued up for something that was so easy that you really couldn't fail. Like,
Well, you can now. I mean, like it's not that
well,
easy
that's
anymore.
that's
So
fucking incredible.
because all the fucking like again, all just
Last time
shitters
I
do
did
it.
it, there were people literally AFKing in it.
They'd
Like
still do
most,
that, which is why it's hard.
I mean, but we were AFKing in it and like successfully like shitting on everything.
Yeah, that's then you did it a long time ago.
Did you see the thing where Asmongold like had to go out of his way to lose the Warfront? Like it was like a hard thing to lose. You know what I'm talking
Uh,
about?
no,
That's what
but
they're called, right?
I could see that.
Warfront.
The regular ones, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think I did a few of them because they gave like sick fucking PvP gear, like the fucking they're. I hate that. Like, why the fuck do they give the sickest gear like for like some shit that you literally AFK through?
Dude, they're so bad. Like they're coming out with heroic ones too that apparently like you have to try to win, and it's just like I don't care. I don't want to do like I used to do them because they'd give you like item level 400 loot or whatever back in the like, but dude, they take like 30 minutes and it's just AIDS and I just don't want to do it. Like, and then after a while, you just fucking, you know what I used to do? I used to go around and like cut down trees because like I don't want to fight NPCs. I don't want to like push objectives. I just cut down trees and then turn in little resources. That's all I did my whole time.
Yeah, it's more than what I did.
It's not fun. It's
Yeah,
not fun. Yeah, and then you like loot a chest and then just go get a drink and do something. Come back.
it's so stupid.
It's
Like nobody wants to do it because it's pointless. Like it's like, why have this something that's so easy? Like what's the point of even having it if it's like that?
so casuals can get some rewards, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, dude. WoW has turned into chores too, man. It's all like,
Well,
oh,
it's
like
chores because it's not stimulating because it's so easy. Like it's so pointless and like everything is so fucking easy that it feels like, oh, I'm just going through the tedious shit again.
I wish they made world quests like
Whereas
really fucking hard.
Classic WoW really was fucking chores. Like it really was fucking work. But people are so fucking excited about it because it's actually like meaningful. And like leveling took fucking 3 months. I think it took my dumb ass like fucking 5 months to level. But it was like fun because it was like a little adventure and it was like hard and you were challenged at times and you couldn't fucking do it by yourself.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I remember my early days of playing WoW, like leveling my blood elf through like the ghost lands and like yeah, dude, I mean the thing back then was just like but you know, like you don't know like you haven't done any of the quests before, you don't know what any of the areas look like and it's all brand new, but like now, man, it's just like I go back to you know, I played like 2 seconds of classic and I logged in and I was like this is AIDS. Like I don't want to like it gives me a quest and doesn't tell me where the shit is. Like fuck you. I'm not gonna go find like
Wow,
that's so
you were
dumb. I'm not
fucking.
gonna go find it. Like are you
They're gonna
serious?
roast you in the comments.
I hope they do. Like that's so stupid. Like go find this book, but fuck you. We're not telling you where it is. Like I remember that because that's how WoW was when I started. Until I found
Quest
what was
helper
that?
or whatever.
Quest Helper. Yeah. And I remember thinking to myself like this is really gay. Like why don't they just fucking tell me where the fucking book is? And like now it's just like I don't know, man. Like I'm just not a classic guy. Whatever.
I'm not a classic guy either. I want a game, a new game that has the same ideals of classic. Like I don't want to play classic because I fucking done it before. And I think a lot of other people that haven't played classic are excited because they get to experience it, but like I've been there and done that. I don't want to play it again.
Yeah, I get it. Just tell me where the fucking book is.
Jesus.
Oh man, I don't know. There's a couple in man. I don't know. I watch YouTube now more. I watch Twitch some for games, but like I'm pretty casual, man. So I work a lot. Like I got to go to Pennsylvania for a whole week and shit. And it's just like I'm just ready to move and do something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Borderlands is gonna occupy a lot of my time because I'm having a lot of fun with that shit. The story is actually really good.
What is Borderlands 3 out yet? Or
No,
is that nothing yet?
September. September.
Yeah.
So, you guys gonna do anything for July 4th?
I don't know. Oh, let's see.
All right.
I'm looking at the comments from last episode, seeing if anybody had anything.
No. It's all the same. The same people being like, "Holy fuck! Everybody finally put up a podcast."
Yeah. Well, they're gonna get another one, I guess.
I guess. Oh, what else? What else is there?
See, normally I have like notes and I'm like prepared, but uh, yeah, I don't. Do you have anything? Fuck. I don't have anything.
I
Not
guess we
yet.
should. I guess we should. I don't know. I guess we should probably do these more often, though, right? I
Yeah, I
guess.
guess.
Now that I'm not in school anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm more. I think I'm more busy now than you are, like relative to what it was previously. Um, but yeah, no, I still should be free.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, man. Well, definitely don't want to drag it on if we don't have anything to talk about. So yeah, that was fun.
All right, man.
All right, man. I'll catch you later.
See ya.